Okay, I think we're streaming now. Yeah, I think we are streaming, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully we are. I actually, Ashley's making fun of me because I clicked start recording, not start streaming, and that's why I was like talking for like a whole 2 minutes. And then she's like, hey, hello. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in again. We're a little late today because technical difficulties as always. Let us know how the mic is, how the audio is, and how the video is, so that we can either continue or fix some of that stuff. Today we're going to be talking about a couple different things, but I did want to keep it kind of like centered around a certain topic because otherwise we can just talk about so many things regarding photography. But yeah, I kind of want to keep it on the discussion of Yongnuo versus Godox, or Yongnuo or Godox. I think it's called Godox. Yeah, Godox is the correct pronunciation of that, but I'm gonna call it Godox because I've been using that word or pronunciation for a while.
Yeah.
But
and who better to talk with than Ashley?
Than Ashley, because she knows off-camera flash, right?
Like the back of my hand.
She's an expert. But yeah, I do want to talk about Yongnuo versus Godox because although I really like kind of push Godox because of the fact that it works really well and that's the best reason right there. But there's still people out there that use Yongnuo, so I was just kind of wanting to keep it kind of like a discussion. And if you do use like Yongnuo, I'm curious as to why, because Godox just offers a lot. So there's people out there that still haven't switched, and they kind of have this mentality that why would I switch? But there's honestly a lot of different things. I could just talk a lot about Godox, but yeah, let's make it a discussion. I have my pizza right here. I have my Pepsi. Ashley has her lemonade, her keto lemonade and keto pizza. Yeah. So she has that. But yeah, I did want to keep it like a kind of a bit of a discussion. And also, I did want to go over some things. I wanted to make a dedicated video talking about my experience with off-camera flash and how I started and my trial and error that was involved, because it is a bit of a story in itself that I think you guys would find interesting. So I did want to keep it kind of centered around a certain topic, which is the Yongnuo versus Godox topic. But I did want to keep it, I also wanted to talk about, where I've been with off-camera flash. Not necessarily photography, but off-camera flash. So let me just go ahead and let me know if the audio and the video is good, and just in case you just tuned in.
It's good.
So yeah, okay, good. Everything's good.
Thank you, Mauricio.
Yeah, Godox rocks. Yeah, video and audio is good. Volume is good. DMAC, what's up? What's good, Ashley and Joey? What's up? I use Yongnuo until my 2 Evolves arrive on Thursday. So that's good that you actually are gonna start using at least one Godox product or 2 Godox Evolves.
And now you can use your Yongnuo just in case.
Yeah, and actually a lot of people, they do ask if you have existing off-camera flash, like let's say for example like Canon speedlights or something. You can actually use your Canon and Nikon speedlights with the Godox system. You just need a receiver. Each receiver is about $40. So, if you have a $400, $500 speedlight Godox, or not Godox, Canon or Nikon, $40 receiver, that's all you need to use it with the future Godox products that you might invest in. So that's something good. Yeah, but I'm going to eat a couple slices because I can get, the pizza's going to get cold soon.
Like last time.
Like last time, and I didn't eat it. I ate less than I was supposed to. Or not supposed to, but I wanted to. But yeah, okay, so audio and video is good. For now, you guys can ask a couple different questions. And I'm totally copying my friend Jason Vong. He usually starts these things with like hashtag new gear. And that's where you use the hashtag, you type new gear, and then you let us know what you recently bought, because that's always exciting.
And if you have a question, you can put hashtag pizza.
Hashtag QA. Hashtag QA. But we're gonna save that for like a little bit later. But if you did buy something recently, I know was it Jamal? Yeah, Jamal just recently bought 2 Godox 8200s, which is the Flashpoint naming equivalent is the Godox or the Flashpoint Evolve 200s. But yeah, I actually recently bought a couple of different things myself, and yeah, and then if you can't see it, oh no, let me see.
Next paycheck is my turn.
Where is it? Let me see. Check.
They didn't know your password.
I know, I didn't say it out loud. Yeah, there's my baby right there. Okay, yeah. But yeah, I recently bought that. It costs one of these and one of these. but it's worth it.
Hard.
It's worth it. And if you guys are curious as to why, I am gonna make a video dedicated to my why, my reasoning. But let's see if there's anything. Do I prefer Joey or Francisco? I don't mind. I actually grew up moving way too many times, and I was called so many things that I just accept whatever. Yeah. I literally accept whatever name you want to call. People still call me like they call me Fernando and call me Francis in messages. I'm like, my name is right there, but Fernando. It's so weird. But I just kind of passed that part and just continue with whatever they said. But family calls me Joey, but I'm getting way comfortable with Francisco now because a lot of people call me that. Yeah. But let me give Ashley the mic so I can eat some pizza. Maybe she can read some of the comments.
Okay. I don't know if you want to tell them what we're doing next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
What are we doing? You tell.
Okay. So next week we are going to be traveling. We're going to head to Austin on Friday. Yeah, we're going to Austin on Friday.
My mom?
Yeah.
Okay. San Antonio, Austin.
Yeah, so we're going to up in Texas. North Texas. Well, is it more central? Well, we're going up there. And then on Sunday, we're going to go to Florida, and we're going to go to the best place on earth. We're going to Disney World.
We're going to Disney.
So we're going to do that. Joey is going to go ahead and receive, what is it? That Sony?
Well, I'm getting the Sony RX100 Mark VI, the latest one that came out. Yeah. It's their point-and-shoot camera that has like a flip screen that you can see yourself.
Yeah.
And it also has a zoom range from, I think it's 24 millimeters to 200.
Yeah, so we're going to try it out. Well, I'm going to try it out.
Yeah, I'm actually going to make a vlog from this.
Or attempt to.
Yeah, no, I'm going to make a vlog from this, you know.
Okay.
There's been many times where I attempted to make vlogs and I actually still have the footage from these attempts. But then I'm like, nah, you know, it's late.
No, we're gonna.
Yeah, the Sony RX100 Mark VI is just so, like, we went to Best Buy yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday to try it out, and we're just having fun with it, and it was so easy and light to use. So it was really fun. But so I think that's gonna make it easier because when you have like Sony is very light and stuff, but when it comes to like worrying about lenses and other things,
it's just like a simple point and shoot.
Yeah, so the point and shoot simplicity.
I think I can handle that.
Yeah, that's like really nice. So I think I might use that. I am gonna bring like maybe my Sony A6500 with a 31.4, the Sigma with 31.4.
Yeah.
And maybe use that for extra footage if I want to shallow depth the field. But I want to use that RX100 Mark VI mainly.
Yeah, so we're going to try that and then take you guys with us on this journey to fun. After that, well, I guess we're going to be in Florida for the week of next week and then come back Monday. Right? And then we'll be back on Tuesday.
I might have a meetup.
He might
Saturday,
have a
August 4th.
meetup. I just found out right now with you guys. So we'll see. I guess we'll plan that. Whoever's in Orlando or...
Yeah, in that area.
Yeah.
Saturday, August 4th, I believe.
Okay.
From 7:30, from either 7 to 9 p.m. or 7:30 to 9 p.m. I'll have a sign up. If that gets confirmed by tomorrow, like the model and the location, then I'll have a sign up tomorrow.
Yeah. And then you can join us for pizza or whatever's
read some of the comments.
There. Okay, so let me read the comments. Okay. When are you going to Disney? A photography workshop in Disney would be cool. I don't know the legal stuffs, but that would be cool.
Actually, I think it was last year that I mentioned that I wanted to do some off-camera flash of my niece in Disney. But like, I don't know, I chickened out or something.
But I don't think, I think they'd probably be strict though.
No, you can. You can. No, you can.
You can?
Yes. And in the worst case scenario, they'll just tell you to stop.
Yeah,
but I'm
Disney.
not gonna bring my dual Godox 8200 setup, but I will use my I'll use one Godox 8200 with the MagMod system. I'll use the MagMod. I don't know. I think I'll use the Mag. They call it the Mag Boob, but it's called, the Mag Bounce? I think that's what it's called, the Mag Bounce. I'll use the Godox 8200 with the Mag Bounce, maybe with the grid on it, the MagMod grid, and I'll try to take a shot of my niece in a Disney outfit in front of the castle.
Maybe
and
something.
It'll be as simple as just having Ashley hold that, and taking a picture real quick. And
we'll do a BTS for you.
Yeah, and I'll do a BTS. I'll have like my sister record the BTS or something, or my.
Hey, Jason. He said, "Hey."
Hey, Jason. Jason Bong.
Yeah. So well, I don't know. Maybe we'll do something in Disney.
Yeah. If you guys are just tuning in, we're talking about how we're gonna go to Disney next week.
Yeah.
Next week, and I want to attempt. I don't want to say attempt. I want to do it. I want to take a picture of my niece with the Disney castle in the background. So I'm just.
We'll try it.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I'm just kind of thinking about like.
Hi, Vivian.
What lens I want to use? Oh, hi, Vivian. I think I have my. Because I don't have a wide lens with autofocus. The widest I have is a crop sensor 16 1.4. That's the Sigma lens. That's for crop sensor lens or cameras. So I think I'll either have to rent something or borrow something. But we'll see.
We'll figure it out.
But I kind of want to make, because I always see like the.
Can you give me pizza?
I always see. That's true, right? I always see the Disney castle with like a wide angle lens. So I want to kind of make use of compression. Maybe. That's just a thought right now.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, I'm here talking.
You're gonna hear me eat and chew.
Yeah.
Yum, yum.
Okay. But yeah, so I think I want to take a picture of my niece with the Godox 8200. That'll be fun.
Yeah, and then let's see.
Oh yeah, and like if you work at Disney or if you happen to be going on Disney on the same day, definitely feel free to say hi. I think last year when we were at Disney, we're eating at the something cafe. It's like the one right next to the Disney castle. It was like that. It's like space themed, not space themed.
It's Tomorrowland. What is it?
It's like right next to Tomorrowland. It's that restaurant. Somebody came up to me.
Where they sell the chicken nuggets.
Yeah, somebody came up to me. They're like, "Hey, I watch your videos," and I was like, "Okay, cool." And there's other people that said that they saw me, but they didn't want to interrupt me.
So if you see us, say hi.
Yeah, just say hi. I'm totally up to meeting strangers. Like that sounds.
It's so much fun meeting you guys.
Yeah, and plus, like I think last year was like really hot and boring, and in a sense of like walking to place, so I was like tired.
Our hands are, our feet are swelling.
When strangers come up to you and they're like, "Hey, what's up?" You know, it perks me up a bit. So think of it like that.
Okay, so Mohammed said that he uses Nikon's SB700 using the Yongnuo triggers. He's now looking at the new Godox 8400 Pro because it's lightweight.
Yeah, which Yongnuo triggers? I was using the Yongnuo YN622 triggers when I had the Yongnuo system, and those triggers actually benefited me greatly from my off-camera flash journey, which is something I do want to talk about in a bit. But I'm gonna eat a couple slices and actually talk a little bit. But if you guys ask any questions, I do want to kind of keep it like centered and about like I want to keep this a little bit organized. So we'll talk about a couple of things that we're going to be doing and the fact that we're going to be going to New York and stuff later this year, and my plans for next year. But I'll let Ashley grab the mic a bit so I can eat like a slice, so I don't pass out of hunger. Or I know. I'll hold this. You hold it.
Okay. What's the next question? I'm gonna dirty your mic.
Let's see. You got me into off-camera flash, and that I mean when I got a camera, I got flash, and that's how I learned. Let's see. I think I should order my pizza now. Yeah, order your pizza. If you guys are just tuning in.
That was at 7:35, so like 10 minutes.
Yeah, order pizza with us and eat with us. Keep it pizza oriented.
Oh, and then Mohammed said the guy that has the Nikon last week he bought the Tamron 24-70 G2.
Oh, that's the one that just came out. I actually do want that lens, but I don't use like that range. I love primes, so it's something that I wouldn't like invest in right now.
Okay, and then about Mac over PC. Do you think that the Godox says Godox V862 Nikon any good? I need accuracy. Love your channel.
Oh yeah, give me a second. The Godox V862. That's the speed light that Godox offers. That has a lithium-ion battery as well as TTL, and TTL is going to be beneficial in cases like where you can't really think, but it's also beneficial in case you need like lower than like the very minimal lowest power output ever. Because I've had that situation before where the lowest power on a speed light was too powerful. This is like in real low light situations, so So that's two benefits of having TTL. But yeah, I definitely think that's a good speed light. It's probably my most recommended speed light, the V862, because of the TTL and because of the fact that it's lithium-ion battery. But some people, because I think what the thing with the lithium-ion battery version, they don't have like an output, like a cable to be able to use with the power pack. So if you have an external power pack for speed lights, and you use it all the time, or you just don't want to have to worry about battery, then you can definitely I think the ones that don't have a lithium-ion battery, they have that ability to connect to a power pack. So that's something that maybe you might prefer.
And this is the Godox?
Yeah, this is the Godox version. Yeah, the lithium-ion battery part, I guess they kind of, Godox just is like, okay, one or the other. Choose either lithium-ion battery or using a power pack. So I guess that'll be the decision.
And then they chose for you.
Yeah, and then they choose for you.
Yeah. And then someone said 8360 and the 8600. Exclamation point. Images by Mark.
What?
They're promoting it. They're like, yeah.
Oh, they're yelling it out. Okay.
Yeah, and Chris, that's a new computer.
Yeah, the 8360, that's actually the manual version of the Streak Light. I had it at one point, and then I gave it to my brother. The 8362, that's the TTL Streak Light. And the difference between the regular Streak Light and the manual versions and the TTL version is more than just the fact that one has TTL and one doesn't. With the manual version, you can only use high-speed sync at 1/8 power and above. And also, in case you wanted to use some of the new triggers, like the R2 triggers, the R2 Pro or the original,
are you able to?
You had to use like a little USB attachment.
Mm.
So yeah, so that's something I just wanted to state right now because some people still don't know that. Because TTL is something that I don't really use when I shoot at my portrait sessions. So
but it's helpful.
Yeah, but it's helpful sometimes.
Blue Cologne 25 says Yongnuo for indoors and Flashpoint for outdoor setup. No, with Flashpoint, which is the Godox. That's what they use. Like, I guess weddings. That's understandable.
Okay,
if it's indoors.
I was about to say because like indoors, it doesn't really matter what you use. But I guess if you're just saying like the gear that I use is the Yongnuo stuff indoors, the Godox stuff outdoors. But I have I'm not saying that this is the misconception that was stated right now. But some people do think that Yongnuo is just only speed lights, while Godox is strobes, which is not true. Yongnuo offers only speed lights, I believe. Some LED like continuous lights, like their wand. But Godox is actually speed lights and strobes, and like a middle ground between the two, a hybrid, which is the Godox 8200. So that's why I just wanted to state that because some people also have to get that confused.
What kind of mic are we using? We're using the Rode mic. What is it, Jason?
It's the RodeLink. Yeah, we got it because of Jason. The RodeLink RodeLink Filmmaker kit, wireless kit, I believe.
Mm-hmm,
yeah. So I have like the what's it called? I think this is the transmitter.
Yeah, the thing that you put on your pocket to hold it, and then it's connected to a
lapel
wire.
mic is right here, so it's connected to that, and then the receiver's over there connected to the camera.
Oh,
but I've actually I've had a couple of issues with mine specifically lately, where the battery dies like really quickly. So I don't want to jinx that. So if that happens, if the audio cuts,
knock on wood,
then I'll like just unplug it, and then you'll hear bad audio.
Yeah, knock on wood so it doesn't happen.
But yeah, any other questions while I eat this slice of pizza?
Do a California trip.
Oh, Chris?
Yeah. So that'd be super fun. California was really, really fun. Saludos, Ashley y Francisco. Geniales tus fotos. ¿Cuándo haces tutoriales para los latinos? So when are you going to make tutorials for the...
I understood that, but I don't speak Spanish.
So you got to translate for him. So when are you going to do some tutorials for our Latin friends?
When I learn Spanish. Sorry about
so we got to practice.
Yeah.
What do you think about the 8400 versus the 8200?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Hold on. You can talk for a little bit.
Yeah. So what do I think? Well, one's the 8400 and the other's 8200. What do you think?
Okay. Let me get the mic real quick.
Here, get it so I can eat.
Yeah, you can eat. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the Godox 8200, or the dual Godox 8200 setup, is that the question?
Oh, okay. That's the two that you put on the...
Yeah, where's that one?
Right there.
Okay, yeah. So I just made a video about the Godox 8200, the dual Godox 8200. That's two of them together, combined with the AD-B2 attachment that Godox offers, which is just that little adapter that connects them together. When it comes to the Godox AD400 versus that setup, the dual light setup, if it were me, I would just go for the Godox 8200 dual light setup. But this is
portable.
Yeah, this is specifically if I'm traveling, because sometimes I don't know if I'm going to need a two light setup, because I typically do use the sun as the secondary light. But for example, like recently I went to New York and I did a couple of photo walks there, and what I saw somebody else, my friend Rob Hall, he did a photo walk, and although the sun was pretty high and it was really nice, that sometimes there were times, there were times. It started hiding. Yeah, it was hiding behind the trees and the buildings. So it was still up there. There was a lot of golden hour of sunlight, but it was just hiding, so we didn't get to see that.
Yeah.
So
we recreated it, or
yeah,
we helped Rob recreate it.
So Rob had a secondary light, but he was using one light, and I was like, okay, I gotta add a secondary light. You know, I didn't even ask him. I just added it. We were there at his photo walk, so I just added it and added a secondary light, and it just gave a nice little bit of rim light. So that was nice that we were able to do that. He actually had two Godox 8200s there. So for me, and what I would have to recommend is if you're using, like, if you plan to travel, then I would say maybe the Godox 8200 dual light setup.
Mm-hmm. And it's easy to set up. Even me, I'm not even a photographer, and I really like it.
Yeah, the 8400 Pro, it is a pro model. The Godox offers only the two models so far. That's the Godox 8600 Pro and the Godox 8400 Pro. If you need those pro benefits, then you would definitely just go for the Godox 8400, because it has fast recycle times of 1 second at full power. Actually, not even 1 second. It's a little bit slower than, or a little bit faster than 1 second at 0.9 seconds. You can have shoot up to 10 frames, more than 10 frames per second if you're using at 1/16 power and below. So if for some reason you don't need like the most power and you want to take like a lot of action shots or something, you can do that with the Godox 8400 Pro.
So that's if you need power.
Yeah, and then also it has a 38 watt modeling lamp. So that's another benefit. But the dual Godox 8400 or 8200 setup actually has two 20 watt LED lights. So that's like 40 combined. So
you got that
so you have to just wait.
Like, what do you want?
Yeah, exactly. What do you want? If you care to just have one light and you don't want to combine two together every time you need that extra power, then you're going to go for the Godox 8400. And actually, in my video talking about the Godox 8400 when it was announced, I did guess the power. I was like either 550 to 650, and it was just announced today that it was $650.
Oh, you guessed it.
Yeah, so I guessed it right.
The price, you said power.
Oh,
no, the power is 400.
The price, that's what I meant to say. Sorry about that. The price. And in the video that I made, I even said, like, if the price of the light is going to be $650, then the price of two Godox 8200s with the adapter to combine them, that's $660 total. So it just depends on, do you want
what tickles your pickle? Yeah. What do you want?
Yeah. So it's basically the same thing, same price. So if you care for those pro features, you're gonna go for the 8400. If you don't care for those pro features, then if you care to have a two light setup whenever you want to, then that's gonna be the dual 8200 setup. And that took forever to answer, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep the rest of the questions like a lot quicker than that. But let's see. Is that video live yet, Chris? Yeah, I did do a video on the dual light setup. Yeah, and actually I'm working on like a couple videos right now. So I think I mentioned that in the last video.
Yeah.
No, but the editing is probably the hardest, the longest part. So I edited all the photos already. So I just need to put the videos together and add a cool song and add an intro, and boom, it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That one camera guy.
Oh, is here?
That Mac though.
That Mac, yeah, that Mac. I had to. Like, if you guys are curious, I'm not gonna make it like a long-winded answer like I just did right now, but I got the iMac Pro because I wanted to use Final Cut Pro to edit my videos on because I love Final Cut.
So we're gonna see increased productivity.
Yeah, we are. Like I'm no kidding, we are. Because I'm currently using my MacBook Pro. That's from 2000 and it's a 2013 model, but we got it in 2014 model. We got it open box.
Yeah.
And we were using that for a couple of years, and it still runs pretty smoothly. I take care of my stuff.
Yeah, we're using it.
Yeah, we're using it right now to do this live stream. But when it comes to editing video, it's not bad by any means, but it could be a lot faster, and that's why I got this set up. So I don't, this is a very expensive buy, so I'm not gonna upgrade for a while now.
Yeah.
And my PC setup is actually in my corner on top of my fridge, my mini fridge that's here.
So we got a huge TV.
Yeah, so that's there. But yeah, I had to get something to really increase the productivity of my video making. Yeah.
Richard Acosta. Oh my God.
Hey, Carlos. What's up, Carlos?
Hi.
Thank you for the donation.
Goodness, that's for our pizza.
Yeah, that is our pizza right there. That's our pizza.
Thank you.
Yeah, now we're even. We're the pizza. Thanks, Carlos.
Richard Acosta says, you ever used the Canon 200mm f2 on a Sony for portrait?
Yeah, I actually have used it a couple times.
Right?
Yeah, Roland.
That huge thing?
Yeah, my friend Roland has a Canon 200mm 2.0 lens. It costs like $6,000. But
that's just crazy.
It was crazy.
But it's a workout.
Yeah.
So you...
Hashtag free pizza. But yeah, it is. It's insane. I'm really hoping Sony comes out with one, but I'm kind of hoping not. I just bought this dang computer, so.
You better not.
If that were to happen, I'd like legit. If tomorrow the Sony 200mm 2.0 came out, I would have to sell like I have two A7RIIIs right now. One's a main camera, one's a backup. I'd have to sell one of those, and I still have my A7R2 set up or camera, and I have to sell that.
You just want me to get mad at you, right?
No. I would.
It would.
We would not waste any money. I would sell stuff and then reinvest it in the lens. That'd be the A7R3, one A7R3, one A7R2, and the 85G Master lens. Because the 85G Master versus the 85 1.8 that Sony offers is like close. So I could give up that extra bokeh and low lightness of that 85G Master for a 200mm f2.
DMAX says that the Flashpoint system's US warranty is much better. I don't know how it is for Yongnuo or the other.
Well, the thing is, when it comes to warranty and at all, a lot of people tend to say, one warranty is better than the other. It honestly depends on where you order it, because there's US vendors that offer Godox and Yongnuo, but a couple years ago that wasn't the case. Like if you wanted to get Yongnuo, which was like the main one, cheap off-camera flashlight setup that was just available. I don't think Godox was on the market yet, but you had to order it through like Amazon, and you had the risk of like if you break it, you won't be able to get it replaced. But it's now different. There are places like Adorama and B&H that both offer Godox, and I don't even think they offer Yongnuo. I could be wrong about B&H not offering Yongnuo, but I don't think B&H does, but I think Adorama does. But yeah, that was honest. Like Godox being picked up by both of them was something that was picked up first. I don't think Yongnuo was picked up by them because it was just, I don't know. I honestly prefer Godox. So I think that's, I think for the most part, big companies like that saw what Godox was doing and kind of wanted to offer them as well. So I think Godox got picked up. But Yongnuo, I'm not sure about B&H. Could be wrong.
Okay, I don't want to butcher your name, but your name is Q-U-Y. Kui Tran. He says the Godox Flashpoint. He's got two Flashpoint R2 speed lights to go along with his 8600 Pros and 8200s.
Oh, did you?
You can put them together.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So the thing that I prefer Godox for, I've been talking a lot about different things, but the main thing, the main benefit of having Godox is, let's say for example, you don't have any off-camera flashlighting at all. If you started with just a simple speed light, a simple manual speed light, which is something that I would recommend you do, which is going to be the Godox TT600, you can use that light. And then if you want to invest in like a bigger light or another couple of speed lights, they're gonna work perfectly fine together with that first speed light that you got. So, and another thing is, and this is something that Yongnuo probably has now in their current speed lights that they're offering, but when Godox came on the market, I want to say, like, at least with the Godox TT600, that Godox TT600's manual speed light has a transceiver inside of it. So that means that it can wirelessly pick up the signal of an R2 transmitter, or it can be used as an R2 transmitter. So let's say, for example, that you have two Godox TT600s, and let's say, for example, you only have one transmitter for that, for both of them. If you lost your transmitter or something, or if you're going to the photo shoot and you break it or something, and you only needed to use one speed light that day, you can use one of those Godox TT600s to control the other one, and you'd be fine. So that's one thing I really liked about Godox from the beginning. But another benefit of Godox, like I mentioned before, it can be used with like other different types of lights easily. The Godox 8400, which is the latest strobe that they just came out with, that speed light or that strobe can be used with that Godox TT600 that came out years ago. So it has that compatibility with other types of strobes and speed lights, so you can use them together.
That's convenient.
Yeah. So I mean, I have a lot of Godox products, and I can use them all together like with ease. I can use, if I still have my streak lights, I can use my Godox 8362, the speed light streak light. I can use it with my 8200s, with my 8400.
You don't have to worry about selling it or anything.
Yeah,
like
yeah, they all work together, and that's something that I think Yongnuo didn't really think about. They just offered like speed lights and not strobes. So Godox was really great about that, and I like the fact that Godox is being used by a lot of really talented professional photographers around the world. Joe Grimes, a couple other photographers. Sue Bryce, I want to say, recently used it. I could be wrong, but yeah, a lot of people who use different types of lighting starting to use Godox in the past year or so. So I think that's really cool.
Carl says that he has 9 speed lights, most of them of the Nikon line, but he likes using the Yongnuo 685 more because of their versatility.
9 speed lights? That's like Joe McNally level. Joe, if you guys don't know Joe McNally, he's a photographer that uses a lot of speed lights. A lot of speed lights.
Hey, but if it does the job.
It does do the job, but like, I mean, that's a lot of speed lights. But wow, use whatever you guys want to use, honestly. But
yeah. Chris Dye says at WPPI he bought 2 Flashpoint Evolve 200s and a twin head, and he loves them and was pissed when he could not use them on his last shoot because of the wind. So he's ordering sandbags now so he can shoot in the wind.
Well, yeah.
Maybe you should invest in a human person to.
Oh, a Val, a voice-activated light stand, which is somebody to help you. Yeah.
Offer them pizza or gum.
Oh, Richard. So.
And then
HSS and is portable, but also has a 120 volt input. Oh, hey Christian, what's up, Christian?
Hi, Christian.
What's up?
Yes.
Dang.
Oh, hi, Omar.
Someone has a lot of lights over here. I'm seeing the. What is that?
Oh my god! It says he's purchased the 8600, 3 8200s, and the Godox X Pro N.
Not all at the same time. So like over time.
And he's returned all of them within the couple of days of receiving them. He bought the Flashpoint counterparts and no problem.
Oh.
I wonder why.
So like if you return them, was there issues with them, or what will happen? Because I think for the most part, if you get the Godox version and you get the Flashpoint version, they're gonna be the exact. They're gonna be. It's not what I'm guessing. They're the exact same products, but just a different name.
Makeover.
Yeah, and then also maybe the warranty. I'm curious as to why you return them, because.
Why?
Yeah. Just let me know why you return them. Yeah. Let's see.
And then Omar says that Paul Buff missed out on the TTL game.
Oh my gosh, Paul Buff. I could talk.
That's how he started.
That's a good intro or segue into how I started with off-camera flash. So if you guys are just tuning in, like just right now, I wanted to talk about Godox versus Yongnuo, but I also wanted to talk about my journey into off-camera flash and how I got started, and actually like my journey to now, to where I'm at right now.
Perfect segue.
Yeah, perfect segue to mention that.
So you started with the Alien Bees?
Yeah. Okay.
I remember.
So
well, how many? Like 4?
Yeah, 4. So let me tell you guys, in 2011. When I was barely getting into like photography, like I was really like getting involved with that, One of the first things that I noticed was that I liked the look of flash, and I wanted to recreate it. So I liked that commercial look. I know it's something that a lot of people, like if you guys know your clients, or at least the clients in your area that people hire other photographers, you would know that. I think it's safe to say that a lot of clients like the look of natural light and like the kind of lifestyle look that I was the exact opposite. I like the look of commercial stuff. I remember seeing like magazine covers and I'm like, oh wow, you know, I like how it just pops. I love that look, and I wanted to recreate that. So I can't even remember, I think it was in off-camera flash groups on Facebook, I was seeing people use alien bees. So I was like, maybe this is something that I need to get. I was very much influenced by just what other people were using. And I was like, okay, alien bees seems to be the one that everybody uses and recommends. And I want to say that my favorite photographer at the time, and still one of my favorite photographers of all time, Joey L., he was using Posse Buff lights as well. So I was like, you know what, I gotta check these lights out and get some of these. So I went way
overboard.
I went overboard hardcore, and I got what Posse Buff, the website, they call their Busy Bee setup, which is I think a 3-light setup. But I also got an additional Alien Bee ring light. It's their ABR 400. I think it's a 400 watt.
Yeah. Did you get like a beauty dish?
Yeah. So I actually still have
moon unit or something.
Yeah. I still have the Alien Bee lights. I think I still have one AB4. I think I still have one AB800, but it doesn't work. So I mean, I probably could still send it back to Posse Buff and say, hey, can you replace it? That's actually one great thing about Posse Buff, is that they have like great warranty, and even if your like light or whatever is not even covered by the warranty, they'll probably like replace it. So that's pretty cool about them. That was one thing that I kept hearing about Posse Buff when before I even ordered from them. But okay, I'm like getting off track.
Yeah.
So I got the Alien Bee Busy Bee setup, which is 3 lights. I got 2 Alien Bee 800s, an Alien Bee 400, and then I got that additional Alien Bee ring light, the ABR 400. So that's 4 lights. 4 lights.
And did you get like crappy light stands?
No. I got the Busy Bee setup came with 2.
You couldn't stand on them.
It came with 2 Posse Buff light stands. I think it's their 10-foot or 13-foot. I think that's the one. So I had those 2, but then I had like other like crappier light stands. But so I got those 4 lights. I didn't really use the Alien Bee ring light, so that was like a waste of money, hardcore.
Yeah.
But I got.
Do we still have it?
Yeah, I still have it. It's still packed away in my closet right now. I have had gotten the 48-inch Octabox, which is like built really tough. For some reason, I think they switched to like lesser, harder material fabric. But I still have the 48-inch with the original fabric. It was really tough. So that's the 48-inch. I got, I can't remember, I got a softbox. One of the softbox that they offer. I can't even remember the size, but it's like 2x4 maybe.
Yeah.
So and then I got a beauty dish. I think it was like the 20, I don't know, the 28-inch maybe, something.
Someone had mentioned the Einsteins. Was that your next one?
No. So I'm getting there. So I got in the Alien Bees, and then I used them, and I kind of just threw the light everywhere when I first started. I just like, okay, full power on everything, and then just shot with them. That's what I thought. I thought, okay, I just need to throw light all there and just adjust my settings, and I'll be good. But
move it over here.
Definitely not the case. Now I could use a simple speed light in the bright sunlight day, and I can get exactly what I'm aiming for. But back then, not the case at all. So I got the Alien Bee lights, and then I used them bad, and then I went completely the opposite. I went 360, like, was it 180? Yeah, 180. Yeah. And then I heard about the Yongnuo speed lights, and I was like, you know what? I don't like having to take this Vagabond Mini. If you guys are not familiar with the Posse Buff, they're not battery operated. They use like a power pack, and I had to bring that power pack with me and connect them. Yeah, I had to connect them.
Oh,
and,
God.
And I hated that. I hated it so much.
Oh, and then the clips for the...
Yeah. Okay, so then they also had like they had a clip to connect the Vagabond power pack, the Vagabond Mini, to the light stand. They had like something to connect it, and I guess we tightened it too hard and it broke. Yeah, so I just.
But not only that, but even to put the modifiers, it was just terrible.
Yeah.
Like the 4 prongs.
Godox is basically the new Alien Bees of today. I would say yes and no. I would say yes in the sense that a lot of people are using them, but no because Policy Buff, their tech never went anywhere.
And your fingers don't hurt.
I hate it.
With the mount.
Oh yeah, so.
Yeah.
With the Alien Beast lights, I hated the mount. I hated it so much. Like I would hurt my fingers. Like I'm not the strongest guy out there. I'll admit that. But I would like tighten the mount because you had to squeeze it and then put the thing on there, the modifier on there, and then release. And if I were taking forever to like put the modifier on, then it would hurt my fingers. I'd like have imprints on my fingers.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It was like a torture device.
Yeah, I did not like that at all. So after I got the Alien Bee lights, I went to Yongnuo. And I think you can still see it on my Facebook. Some like if you look that far back, you can see that I got several. I think I want to say 2 Yongnuo speed lights. I think they're manual only version, which is the 562. I think at the time that I got the Yongnuo 562, I got 2 of those with. I got the wrong transmitter. I got I got the Nikon transmitter.
I remember that.
But eventually I sold that. It was the RF603 transmitter, I believe, but for Nikon. And then I got the Yongnuo 622 speedlights or transmitters, which is really cool because they act as both a transmitter and a receiver. So that was really cool. And then my experience with I did like one paid photo shoot with the speedlights, and I'm gonna own up to my mistakes. I did that paid photo shoot, and what I realized after that was that I need a lot more power if I want to take some certain types of photos.
Why don't I like
that? So like I did like the photos. I mean I wouldn't mind posting them right now on my Facebook group, but
hashtag post. Post those photos.
No, hashtag noob. Hashtag noob. If you guys are in my lighting group, feel free to make posts with that hashtag noob so I can post them. Push me to make post those photos. I think that's 2012.
Someone thought that it was either Alien Bee or Pro Photo. No, it was Alien Bee.
No, it was Alien Bee.
We were college kids. We couldn't afford Pro Photo.
Yeah, I mean, we're saying, I couldn't afford Pro Photo. I had like 4 Alien Bee lights I didn't even use. Which would probably, you know what? 4 Alien Bee lights would be like 1 Pro Photo.
Yeah.
So.
No. We were in college. Yeah. Eating ramen noodles.
But okay, so I went from Alien Bee to Yongnuo. I used the Yongnuo at a paid photo shoot and realized that I needed more power because I wanted to do certain things like capture that sky, and I needed to use different. I need to get more power, and I did do a little bit of editing tricks, which they worked. They worked because when I started photography, I was very much like okay, as long as I can edit, then the photos are gonna come out nice.
Yeah, and he knew
Photoshop
first before pictures.
Yeah, so that helped in the beginning, kind of like learning how to edit.
Yeah.
So then I went from the Yongnuo speed lights to I think I used the Alien Beast lights for a while. But then I want to say, okay, a friend of mine, I doubt he's watching, but he's a photographer from I don't know, Europe. I think it's Europe. Daniel Venter. If you guys are part of my group, yeah. If you guys are part of my my off-camera flash photography group, he goes by Daniel Venter. That's his name. Yeah. But he posts every Sunday because every Sunday in my group is Natural Light Sunday. But he posts some like really beautiful photos. But back then, a long time ago, he used one strobe that he recommended to me. I can't remember why. I'd have to ask him. But he recommended it to me because it was, I think the fact that it was it didn't need a power pack. Or actually, you know what?
The metal?
The metal 600 AD.
Oh God.
He mentioned something about the fact that you can use. It's not called high speed sync. It's called super sync, and it's like a ghetto version of high speed sync. So he mentioned that, and then I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I should get that strobe. So you know what? I think I'm forgetting the fact that before I got that metal 600 AD.
Didn't you get the Einstein?
I got the Einstein. I got the Einstein because here in Texas it's really hot and sunny. So then I was like, you know what? I want more power than what the AB800 is offering.
Yeah, Omar said that they're great non-TTL lights, but still recommend the Flashpoint Explorer 600 for monolight.
Oh, hi David. What's up?
Hi David.
Hi everybody.
Hi.
I don't want to exclude everybody. But
saying hi to you.
Yeah. If there's any questions, you can go for it while I talk.
Okay. Yeah.
But read them to yourself, because I'm gonna lose my train of thought.
Okay, continue. The Einstein.
So to kind of continue from where I started right now. The Alien B lights, I used them for a while, I used them wrong. Then I got the Yongnuo lights and I used them and I realized, okay, I need more power. And then it was like a while of time before I got to focus on my photography, because I was still, like when I had gotten those Alien B lights and that Yongnuo's B lights, I was still in college and I was still, you know, going through school. But then when I graduated in 2014, I got to focus more on my photography, and what I realized then is I was like, okay, I need more power. So I got the Einstein 640, which has 640 watts of power, I believe. And I used that for maybe 2 photo shoots.
Didn't we use that like with ND filters and stuff?
Yeah, I used it with ND filter and without ND filter. And I used it for like only 2 photo shoots, so it's like practically new. It's still it's still in my closet right now.
You guys, if you want one,
pay for it. That's what you gotta do. Pay for it. But
what was your major in college?
I went to school for TV film, but it was a waste of my time, honestly.
Yeah.
I could have learned a lot more about photography on my own, and I felt like college was a distraction more than anything.
And well, you did do that.
Yes, yeah, and I did a lot of trial and error.
Right, so after the Einstein.
Yeah, so I got the Einstein, but then I think after the Einstein, I got the metal. It's METTLE metal 600 AD. And that was when I got, because I heard that it had super sync, which was like a ghetto version of high speed sync. I had the ability to use any sync speed, but there was a lot of drawbacks. Like sometimes there would be a gradient of the power, like you wouldn't get it fully throughout the image.
It would like cut in half.
Yeah. So no, it would like leave a gradient.
Oh.
And sometimes it wouldn't work, and sometimes the recycle times would be really slow. So after
that was the first version.
Yeah, that was the first time I used something. The first time that I was able to use any sync speed that I want without having to use an ND, without having to worry about like that the whole black bar thing, where if you go faster than your sync speed, it was awesome. It was very freeing to me. I was able to use whatever sync speed. Yeah, I was really loving that ability. But over time, what I didn't like was like the battery life on that battery that came with it. It also used the power pack, was very like, it only had like 50 to 75 full powered shots, which is like nothing. Yeah. So I was using the Vagabond Mini with that, but then again, it was a corded light setup, and I hated that. I hated cords.
I remember.
Yeah, I hated it. So then the very next strobe that I got after that
was the new metal, was it?
No, not the new metal. It was the RodeLink 600B.
That one.
Yeah. So you know, I wish
was it the same company?
No. The video that I'm gonna make describing this whole off-camera flash journey, it's gonna be a lot more organized right now, because I didn't get like all of these lights one after the other. Like years passed. I got the Alien B lights, and I think a whole year passed, and then I got the two Yongnuo speed lights, and then I used those for two more years. Yeah. No, 3 more years before I got the Einstein, and then I got the Einstein, used it for about 3 months, and then I got the RodeLink 600B. So with the RodeLink 600B, again, I was able to use any sync speed that I want, but again, there was some cons of that system where I wouldn't be able to use any power output. I couldn't see the power of the light on my transmitter. The transmitter didn't have any sort of indication of the power level of that strobe.
So he would count like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it went by beeps. So if I was at full power and I tried to go higher, then it would go beep 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 to alert me that I was already at full. So then I would go to that level, or the lowest output, which was like 128th power. It would go, if I try to go lower than 128th at the lowest, it would go beep beep beep. So it would alert me that I'm either at the lowest or at the highest. So then which kind of sucked.
That's probably why I didn't like.
Yeah, and I hated that. So yeah, and I hated all these little inconveniences I had to deal with. They just annoyed her. So then, but now it's a lot easier.
It was just confusing.
Godox is like so much better now. But with the RodeLink 600B, there was like those pros and cons. But then so that main issue with that was the fact that I had to. Okay, so aside from the fact that I couldn't see the power output on the trigger, in order to use high-speed sync, I had to go to the strobe and enable it manually.
Bring it down?
Yeah, I had to
I
had to bring it down, and then like push 2 buttons together, and then I had to wait for the lightning symbol to show up, and then I was like, okay, now I have high-speed sync. So I couldn't even enable it wirelessly from afar.
No.
Yeah. So and then when I had to change the power output, if I was at full and I wanted to go like to 1/8, for example, then I would be like, okay, full power is 1/1. 1, 2, 3 beeps was every third stop. So then I'm like, okay, that's half now. And then I'd have to have like a mental notepad in my head. And then I'd be like, okay, I'm at half power now. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm at 1/4. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm at 1/8.
Oh, God.
So I have to like guess this whole time.
Did we recommend this light to John Weaver?
I recommended this light because at the time it had more capabilities than what was possible at the time. But then now I feel like I'm like relief as I talked about the Godox system. After I think about a good year after the RodeLink 600B, maybe a little bit more than a year, I got I think it was around 11 months, and I think for some reason it's sticking in my head 11 months. So that's when I got the Godox 8600B, which is the Flashpoint Explorer TTL, and that
changed the game.
That is the best strobe ever, and I say that with knowing that there's other strobes out there, because if you need power, if you want like that ability to take a lot of photos no matter what time of day it is, that's the light that you want, because for one, it offers so much capabilities, high-speed sync, a long power range, a very large power range. It's a pretty alright modeling lamp. I actually used the modeling lamp on that 8600B, the Explorer, for my videos. I would have to raise the ISO to like 800, but it was fine.
It was way better than all the...
Yeah, but it was way better than all the other lights that I had, and it had high-speed sync. Like no issues with that high-speed sync at all. And I still recommend that strobe to this day. I love it. Like, it's becoming a love story with Godox right now, because like finally when it came to that strobe, I was like, I love this strobe. I love it. And that's what my blog post about that strobe still gets a lot of traffic to this day, and I should update it at this point. But it's just amazing. I love that strobe. Like, I love it.
It just
and then Godox just came up with
into what it is today.
Yeah, and Godox just came up with more strobes and more speed lights and so much different things that it was just like, what?
Yeah, so there was a lot of trial and error since 2011, and money spent as a college student. And
I'm gonna go ahead and read some questions because like.
That was the story.
I started to get very emotional. I'm like, oh yes,
Don't cry.
Godox, here you go.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat a pizza.
Okay. Someone asked how much the 8400 Pro was. D-Mac said it's $650.
Yeah, it's $650. It is $650.
He got it. College is good for relationships if you're not an introvert.
Oh yeah. Like when I was in college, I was not as open as I am today, so kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Afterthought.
Darvin Bibbs, I know balancing ambient and flash is hard. I know practice. What is your process learning to balance light when you was learning?
Well, I did it wrong. So
that was a lot of error.
It was a lot of error. Oh, I did something right. What did I do? But to answer that quickly, I would say the best thing to do is try to figure out the intensity of the light that you're working in and try to match that.
Yeah.
That's like I could go on about that.
Well, what do you want your picture to look like, and then go from there?
Yeah. From what I would highly recommend you do above anything before even learning off-camera flash, or actually using your off-camera flash.
Yeah, like what would your end goal?
Yeah, just expose for the background.
Be?
Like if you want a more natural kind of feel in the shot, then you're gonna add like a bit of ambient light to your photo. If you want more of an obvious off-camera flash look, then that's where you expose the shot to have a lot less ambient. So figure out what you like first, because I obviously loved the look of off-camera flash first, so that's where it kind of dictated what I should get. Like I mentioned before with the Yongnuo speed lights, I said that I didn't have enough power. What I mean by that is that when I would expose a shot for that bright sunlight, and then I would use my flash, I noticed that even at full power, I was not getting enough light for my subject. So that's where I determined, okay, I need more power. So that, that kind of makes sense in that aspect.
Okay, so I guess CJ2 Driver I don't know if he was talking to someone else. It says the 8600 screen blacked out and the 8200 screens wouldn't come on. I know Flashpoint and Godox are the same units, but I've never had a problem with Flashpoint.
Is that the guy that returned it? I think that is the guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They would quit working after a couple of days. Huh.
So actually,
I think they just need to be touched by Flashpoint, maybe.
No, actually, I actually have one Flashpoint Evolve right now that doesn't work. So I'm gonna go ahead and call them up and say, hey, can you return it? And more than likely they will, because, and I mentioned that because you said that with the Godox there was no issues, and Flashpoint, or no, with the Godox issues and the Flashpoint no issues. But I actually have one Godox or one Flashpoint Evolve 200, and it's not working. So I'm gonna call them up and say, hey, can you go ahead and give me another one, and I will send you the other one back. So. And
they're pretty good with their customer service.
But for the most part, with anything Flashpoint. Like you said before, there's no issues really. So
they're pretty good.
Like if you do experience an issue, it's not common. So
yeah, but if you do, you can go ahead and hit us up or hit him up, and he'll maybe help you out or something.
No, I'm
or
just
customer service.
Just call Adorama up and they'll hook you up. Yeah, they'll hook you up right away. I'm not an Adorama employee.
No, so. But I'm saying because Okay, just hit Adorama up.
Just call them up.
Okay.
They'll help you out.
And then let's see. Chris died, jumping on the gas bandwagon, getting what others haven't used. I guess that's from like the Godox. That's literally what I feel what happened. Like Godox got like super popular and a lot of people started, and that's good because they
got popular because they work and they work well.
Yeah.
And plus the price is not bad at all. Like.
Yeah.
My friend Kedron, he used ProPhotos. He used ProPhotos a lot, and then like other people started to use Godox, and I was like really like, hey guys, get this light, get this Explorer, get it, use these other Godox lights because they work and they work well. And then he eventually sold his ProPhoto lights and went to the Godox system with the Flashpoint Explorer TTL. And he still uses them to this day. I think he uses a couple of different Godox lights. So, yeah. So I'm speaking from one person, but I know I've spoken to
so many people.
I've spoken to many photographers over the past couple of years, and there's been like a good chunk of them that had ProPhoto lights and sold them to get the Godox system.
Yeah, but if you want to shoot ProPhoto,
again, if you want to use,
you girl.
Yeah, I'm not saying that one's bad or
but
one's
Godox
better.
is pretty cool.
I'm just saying that Godox is something that I can recommend to more people.
Yeah, from experience.
From experience, and for the fact that it doesn't cost an arm and a leg, and it works.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Omar said for indoor temple church work, he uses the Explorer 600 on lowest power, and sometimes TTL to get less light. Would the Explorer 200 be better for church or dark work?
You say Explorer 200?
Yeah. I guess he put Explorer 200. Maybe the 8200? Yeah, probably the 8200. Would that be better in low light?
Well, my question to you would be, if the Explorer 600 on TTL at the low, like, if that's still too much power, then yeah, go for the light that offers less power because...
Yeah, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, because then it's going to give you that lower power output at the lowest... power output.
Yeah. Frozen Time Photography, they just bought the Explorer 600 Pro last week. The colors are dope. Saves him a lot of time, less Lightroom editing.
Yeah, so the Explorer 600
there
Pro,
you go.
The 8600 Pro, that has improved color accuracy, that has a color temperature shift of 75 Kelvin, plus or minus 75 Kelvin. So that's like a very good range of shift. Because I think the Bronc color and the ProPhoto ones, I think the Bronc color is plus or minus 50 Kelvin, and the ProPhoto B1X is 125 plus or minus 125 Kelvin. So for some reason the Godox 8600 Pro, which costs less than half the price of the ProPhoto B1X, has better color accuracy than the ProPhoto. So
what's going on?
What's going on there?
Daniel, I got the 8200s last week, but could not really test the lights outside due to too much rain. Come to Texas.
Shoot them inside. Like whenever I tried photography, I would take a lot of.
You would take a lot of shots inside to practice.
Yeah, I'd have like self-portraits on.
Yeah, so you'll know how to work it inside, and then when it gets sunny, just go outside.
Honestly, like that's the best thing.
And then you become well-rounded.
Was there strobes or speedlights? Forget.
I don't know. It says 8200s.
Okay, so the 8200, the lowest power would probably be like the equivalent to like a a speed light at like 1/8 power, like totally guessing outputs here. So like I would say use it at like a low output and see how you can balance.
Yeah,
You know what?
practice.
Okay, if you're indoors and you have like the lights on, if you expose for that ambient and you start to add off-camera flash, you can shoot inside and try to balance the ambient flash, and that's going to be basically the same thing, the same kind of principles that you're going to be applying to outdoors. You're basically balancing the flash. So I don't want to see no excuses, because I would give myself so many excuses. Like, I honestly did have a lot of trial and error, but there was times where I could have done more trial and, you know, learned maybe, but I just gave myself excuses because I was like disappointed, or I was not feeling like I could succeed. But after many times feeling like that and failing, I got better and better and better, and now I'm at the point where I can grab any speed light or any strobe and work at any time of day and work with whatever condition that I'm in and get the results that I want.
Yeah.
So, and it's just from a lot of trial and error.
Yeah, so just practice, and then when it's nice outside, go outside.
Yeah, practice indoors. Yeah.
Armando Reyes just ordered the Godox V862 flash for my Sony. What is your opinion on this flash? Did we talk about that?
The Sony? Which one?
The Godox V862 for Sony.
Yeah, that's like the best speed light. That's the Flashpoint R2 Zoom speed light TTL. Lithium ion TTL. Flashpoint has like a long name for it.
Names.
It's very descriptive though. It's the Flashpoint R2 Zoom lithium ion TTL speed light, which Godox calls the V862. Again, okay, so we're gonna end this up in maybe like 15 minutes, hopefully. I did want to see if anybody else had any new gear, because like I want to live vicariously through you guys.
Yeah.
And
now that he's got that
computer
sitting there.
So use the hashtag new gear and let me know what you guys bought in the recently. Recently. Luis Gabriel. I know that he says, "Sup, Francisco Gabriel in the house." I'm going to throw my pronunciations everywhere. The SL60 is arriving tomorrow, so a day early. Fun times. He's talking about the Godox SL60. That's a continuous LED light. It kind of looks like the Explorer, the Flashpoint Explorer, which is the Godox. You know, I want to stick to one naming system, so I'm going to stick to Godox. It's basically the Godox 8600, but a continuous LED light and not flash. So it's something that's cool. It looks I think it actually uses the same battery as the Godox 8600. So that's pretty cool. You can kind of swap them.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, and I actually might get some as well. So because I know you guys are wondering about LED lights, because I do use the aperture lights, but I do want to use more other types of LED lights as well.
Mike Hardy said, coming over to Sony from Canon, I can still use the Flashpoint strobes I have with the Sony trigger. Yeah. 6 months into owning the A7RIII, I still don't have an on-camera flash. What do you recommend?
I would definitely recommend, if you just want to have an on-camera flash, then I would say the Godox TT600. It's the cheapest speed light that they offer. But if you want one that has a longer battery life, then that would be like the lithium ion series versions. And if you want TTL, then that's where you would get the lithium ion TTL version. So
Brian's asking if you're going to get the 8200 extension head.
Yeah, you know what? I actually have it already, guys. I have it, but there's a new version coming out. So I want to wait till I get that one before I make a video on that. Like, you know what? You have.
Are you guys using the Aperture 120 to light the scene? And if so,
yep.
Do you know what power level it's at?
Yep. I'm using it right here. I'm using the light that we're using.
We have one right here and then one right here.
Yeah, I have the Godox, the Aperture HR672. That's that square LED that I made a video on. It's up here and it's at the lowest output of 10, and it's on 5600 daylight temperature. And the Aperture 120D is lighting us up from the front with the their 38-inch octabox is called the Light Dome, and it's lighting us up, and it's kind of aimed like in the center of us.
It's aimed towards me.
Yeah, we're aimed towards you, and it's at 28% output.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
And the camera settings, I believe it's 1/50th of a second, ISO 100 at f 1.4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I should have adjusted that because I don't know if we're in the same focal plane.
WeClap is saying, is one Yongnuo YN568X going to be enough inside a Godox 120
centimeter octabox?
That is a question that I can't answer, because if you are going to be shooting outside in a bright sunlight day, it would depend on a couple of different factors that I honestly can't answer for you. We would have to talk one-on-one about like where you're going to be using it. If you're shooting, if you're shooting indoors, then it might be enough. If you're shooting outdoors, it still might be enough, but I can't really answer that. I would say if you're going to be shooting outdoors, then you typically need more power, unless you're shooting on a cloudy day. Yeah, typically.
Chipotle. We clap hashtag new gear 120 cm Godox octabox.
Oh, I have that one. Yeah, I have that one. I'm actually gonna make a video on that. That should be out tomorrow.
I have so many videos.
That one I just finished editing the photos from. So that was the hardest part of my video making process. So the video is gonna be out tomorrow on that octabox.
Okay. So you message on his Facebook. Is the video out?
Yeah,
already.
Like,
just to remind him.
And don't forget to post in my lighting group hashtag noob, so you guys can see some of my old photos.
Yeah, and then post some of your photos.
Yeah, I want to see old like ugly photos.
Steve Lant.
No, I'm not. That's not bad. I mean, I want to see your older work that you don't enjoy.
Your work in progress.
Yeah, your work that you used to have. I don't know.
Before
Segway.
Your work. Okay.
Segway.
Okay. Hashtag new gear. The Nikon 105 1.4 got on Saturday.
What?
Razor sharp lens is amazing. Steve Land.
Jeez, that's
crazy.
I'm good. Well,
it's a 105.
That's crazy. Oh, I forgot that I have the Sigma 105 1.4 on pre-order. I need to make sure my credit card is
just stop.
Good.
No, stop.
But yeah, how are you enjoying that lens? It should be primo.
Manuel Osorio. Hashtag new gear. He got 4 Yongnuo YN362. That sounds familiar.
362.
Didn't you have some of those?
Yongnuo?
Yeah.
362?
He's got 4 of them.
That is that's the LED light stick. So you do a lot of like, I'm going to guess you do a lot of light painting. Or maybe video making.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to do like those like music videos where you make them like a square and you do like kind of like a ring light setup. But what else?
Hashtag new gear from CJ2 Driver. Picked up the D850. Love it.
Oh,
absolutely
wow.
amazing. Oh my gosh.
That's like the best. It's the best Nikon camera out there right now. The D850. What else? Good choice. Wait, should have gone Nikon or Sony. Yeah, okay.
Waru 808. What cover do you use to protect the bulbs on your 8200 twin head adapter?
Okay, so I use, like, if you guys were listening to this whole thing, I used to use a strobe by the name of Metal 600 AD. I actually use the cover off of that strobe for my Godox 8200 dual light setup. So that's, but there is one that Adorama offers that I'm gonna leave in the comments right now. The chat.
Leave it while I go on to the next one. Chris Dye, hashtag new gear. If the gang I went in with for tonight's Mega Millions, I will have a lot of new gears. Hashtag gas.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, I forgot to buy a ticket. Oh, God. All right. Photo me. Okay, no, just kidding. Many faces, hashtag new gear, Sony A7RIII, and Flashpoint Explorer Pro.
Oh, nice. Nice setup.
That's nice.
You have, I want to know the lenses, too, that you have.
Yeah, just tell us your lenses.
Yeah.
And then Michael Maestro Pierce. It seems like the Flashpoint Explorer Pro, looking at the bulb setting, kind of have the same design as the Broncolor Color Cyro L800 series. Have you used that before?
No. Guys, if a strobe costs more than $1,000, more than likely I've never used it.
I'll smack him and he won't.
I more than likely never used it. I typically tend to use lights that are more affordable.
Yeah.
And the same thing with my modifiers. I tend to use more expensive gear now, like not super expensive, like Profoto level, but I still use like stuff that's not too expensive.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. So I wouldn't use a modifier or a strobe that costs, like when it comes to modifiers, I wouldn't use anything that's more than $300 probably.
Yeah.
I actually got the Rapid Box XXL. That's the Westcott Rapid Box XXL. That's a 48-inch that they offer. That usually costs $300. I got it for $100 like 2 years ago.
When it's on sale.
Like December 2016. And
yeah.
They had a clearance sale that for some reason, like people returned that modifier and they just resold it, and I got it for $100, $200 off.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
So you should look into sales.
Yeah.
Hashtag new gear from Creason Nauraido. He's got the A7RIII with the Zeiss 85mm 1.8. Oh my god, that's expensive.
Wait, what? Which one? The Zeiss?
Isn't it a Zeiss? Zeiss are expensive, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then
the
Tamron.
Zeiss 85 1.8 is like 1,200 maybe. What?
It hurt me.
Oh.
And then the Tamron 28-75 f2.8 with the V862S almost got most of the other Godox gear. 8600, 8200, etc.
Nice. That's awesome. It's a good setup.
It hurt me right here. My chest.
Right.
Sal Vences 8200 grilled with Magmod sphere for receptions is great. Yeah.
Cool.
And then when are you gonna marry her?
If you guys have any questions about photography, I can answer them right now before the video ends. We wanted to keep it within like an hour and 15 minutes. That's coming up like an hour and 10 minutes so far. So ask me any last minute questions. Videos are coming out tomorrow. I am trying to get one out by the end of tonight, which I'll probably stay up to like 1 o'clock to put out. But
yeah. Okay. Manuel Osorio, he says hashtag new gear. Tell Francisco it's Michael and use them for headshots.
Oh, I think I'm talking to him from Instagram. That's what
okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And then Michael Maestro Pierce, hashtag new gear. Tilta Nucleus M wireless follow focus system and Tilta A7RIII.
That's for like video? That's crazy.
Huh.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I recognize
like
him.
Movies.
I recognize your picture.
Oh yeah.
Githo Amila Gamaje. Hashtag new gear. Can you suggest a good softbox for outdoor portraits with the 8200?
That was a wrong hashtag to use. You gotta tell me about new gear with hashtag new gear. Questions are Q&A.
Model size and type.
Okay, so can you suggest a good softbox for
what are you taking pictures of?
Yeah, what do you take pictures of? If you tend to shoot with only one subject, you can get away with maybe like 28-inch to 38-inch. I've done a couple's photo shoot with a 38-inch before. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you for the donation. Hope to see you again someday. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Thank you for the donation. Throw me off.
Oh yeah, the model.
Yeah, I would say actually, you know what? Adorama offers a couple of cheap options. Cheap has the it has that.
It's subjective.
It has that meaning of like when people think about the word cheap, they think kind of like not good.
No, but
it's not the it's the opposite.
Yeah, no,
like,
it's good.
Yeah,
we'll tell you if we don't.
Yeah, Adorama has new modifiers that they call their Glow Easy modifiers.
Oh my gosh, the 38-inch.
Yeah, and well, that's the Glow Parapop. But I'm talking about their Easy Lock versions, speedlight or modifiers. So they have modifiers that are like $80, $100, and those are for modifiers. That's not a lot. So I would say maybe.
Which one's that one? The one that you got?
Yeah, they're right there. But
ooh,
yeah,
nice color.
Yeah.
And then is it someone David Flint Dynalite protective cap for fame?
It's what I linked.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mike Hardy hashtag new gear Lens Baby Twist 60. Still have to do a proper photo shoot with it.
Yeah.
Hashtag suck at manual focus.
Okay, so those things I know. The Lens Baby, I never used those, but I was never a fan of those because of the manual focus having to do that. So best of luck on the manual focusing.
Answer the question, Fran. When are you gonna give her?
Let me go to another question real quick. Since I got my first full frame camera, A7RIII, I went with the Sony 85 1.8. So actually, that's when it comes to Sony. Like, if you really want, like, if you have a little bit of money to invest and you want like the best starter combo when it comes to Sony, that's actually the best combo that I recommend right now. The Sony A7RIII with the 85 1.8 is like the best combo in my opinion because the 85 1.8 is $550. Sometimes it's on sale, usually on $600, but sometimes it's $550, and it's an 85 1.8, so it's like beautiful portrait lens. And then the A7RIII is their cheapest full frame, so it has that new battery, that new long-lasting battery that they have, and the incredible eye autofocus. Has so much off. It has a new color science that, you know, a lot of people were complaining about the color science in the older cameras.
A lot of awesome
stuff.
Stuff.
It's jam-packed with amazing features.
For the type of camera that it is.
And it's the cheapest full-frame Sony right now, so it's like the best combo, in my opinion.
Thank you, many faces.
Thank you, many faces. So I say thank you.
That goes to our next pizza.
So I was like, thank you to all the faces?
Yeah,
to all the faces. Yeah, it does go to the next pizza.
She said thank you. Sorry about the hashtag. She joined just a few minutes ago.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, you said
Osorio.
Is that the one I was talking to on Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you guys for donating. It honestly really helps, especially because, like, I invest a lot of my money towards new gear, and I still have a lot of videos that I want to make with the new gear that I have.
He invests a lot of his time.
Yeah, but honestly, the fact that I would have to rely on my MacBook for editing because I didn't it's definitely probably user error. But whenever I would edit off of my PC, I encountered a lot of issues. So it kind of like hindered my video making a lot. So now that this PC or this Mac just came in today.
Yeah.
So hopefully my video making gets a lot more streamlined and I'm able to make more videos for you guys. So I just want to say thank you guys for donating, because honestly, it doesn't just go to free pizzas or to go to trips to everywhere. It honestly goes back into my photography and allows me to
spend more time teaching you guys.
Yeah, it allows me to go, like, if I'm doing a workshop in New York, that I want to do another two photo walks or workshops in New York later in October. I needed money to go to these places for one, and that's where that money would go to. It would allow me to travel and start the process of having a photo walk or workshop.
Yeah, and to be able to spread the knowledge and teach you guys
I honestly love helping people out. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for donating, because it helps. I'll say somebody else donated.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're gonna make us cry a little bit.
What's it? It's $10 and $10. I don't know what that means.
Thank you for that.
But thank you so much for everybody who's donated so far. Was it Manuel Osorio? Kristen Naraidu? Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. But thank you guys for donating. I feel like I want to continue to talk. I want to help you guys out. So I'm going to continue some of the questions.
Githo Amila Gamach. Hashtag Q&A. What do you think about the Cheetah Stand 26-inch Soup Bowl
compared to the Glow? See, that's another video that I'm going to make. In the back of my office right now, I have...
So every time he says he's going to make a video, that's when you have to, like, drink some Kool-Aid or drink a Pepsi.
Yeah.
Take a swig.
Yeah, drink an alcoholic drink or whatever you want. Because I have, in the back of my room right now, I have...
Yeah, right there.
I have a couple of Godox, I have 2 Godox modifiers. I have several Cheetah Stand modifiers, and I have several Glow umbrellas and several Glow Easy Lock modifiers. Yeah. So I believe I have the... I'm not sure if it's the Super Bowl 26-inch, but I think it is a 26-inch. It's like a small one.
Yeah, it's 20. I think it's 26 inches.
No, I think I actually have a 20-inch one.
Oh yeah, so, the very small one.
So yeah, so I do plan to do a video with these modifiers, but just like, of course,
So what do you think about it? It's 26 inches.
In a nutshell, because I am gonna make a video, that's a little bit more informative about like everything regarding both of these modifiers. But in a nutshell, if you have more money to spend and you want tougher material modifiers, that would be the Cheetah Stand. But that's not to say that the Glow modifiers are weak at all. It's just that it's like one's going to be a lot tougher and the other one's going to be just slightly less tough.
It's just the material.
So like, let's say for example, you only had
it's the exact same thing.
Yes, it's pretty much the exact same thing.
It's just the difference in material.
Yeah, let's say for example, you only had $200 to spend, but you wanted to get two modifiers. Well, that's where I would say get 2 glow modifiers, because you can get 2 modifiers within that price range, and they're both going to be really great modifiers.
And it serves its purpose. You just have to.
And the Cheetah Stand tend to be a little bit more expensive because of the tougher material. So that's where you would, like if you had only $200, you maybe would only be able to afford one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I'll go into more detail. I kind of want to make it fun, where I kind of compare them. Where, like, I test, like, how strong, like, I'll try to stab one and see if it rips or not. I have gaffer's tape, so maybe that would be...
Chris died. Yeah. If I take a shot every time Joel says make a video, I would be drunk.
Yeah, sorry.
That's why I said Pepsi.
I have, like, 4 on the... I have, like...
You got, like, a butt.
I have, like, 6. 6 minimum.
We need to hire like an editor or something.
Yeah, see, and I do this all myself, guys. So
yeah, he does. He stays up all late at night and he's editing photos. Nice shoot you did in Dumbo. Missed you in New York City. Roberto Cordero.
Oh well.
Next time.
Yeah, I plan to return, because if you guys saw that video, then you know that the photo shoot was pretty cool, pretty fun. If you guys went, then you would know that for a fact that it was pretty fun. But Jenny,
it was so much fun.
The model Jenny, she made it really cool and fun, and she had the poses down, And I do.
We had good rapport, and
yeah,
it's the bomb.
Yeah, I want to work with her again for sure.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing your knowledge, mate. It is a great thing to do. David Osler. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, David. Thank you for him. Yeah, I've watched your videos before, so thank you for making your videos as well.
David Flint, he says, I see people switching to Sony, but images are still bad. I guess switching is psychological or motivation.
Well,
so that's where you got to practice.
That's definitely a user error. I've seen people use the Nikon D850 with pro photo gear and get worse images than somebody that has a Sony A6000 with the Godox TT600
or even like with the
Yongnuo shoot-through umbrella, which is the Godox TT600 $60, transmitter $40 or $50. It's 110 so far. Shoot-through umbrella $10, so $120 off-camera flash with a Sony A6000, which is $550, with a prime lens. No, let's not even say prime lens. Let's say $600. So $800 setup, off-camera flash and camera and lens, compared to like a freaking
1,000.
Yeah, plus. Nikon D850 is like $3,000 something, and let's say they had the Nikon 105 1.4. Like, my point is that even if you have expensive gear, if you don't have the knowledge behind it, then
or the technique.
Yeah, techniques. You still wouldn't be able to take great photos. So I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit of practice. Yeah. Find some inspiration.
I don't want to label one kind of gear as being bad or the reason why our photos are bad. I definitely want to blame the photographer. It's the photographer always. So.
But you got to be positive and keep working and persevere. Because that's exactly what he went through, and look at him now.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
And he's still a work in progress.
Yeah, and I have a lot of photos. Like I said before, I do want to post some of these photos in my off-camera flash lighting group on Facebook, so you guys can see how bad I was. The settings were so bad.
And at that time, he thought he was good.
And I thought I was good at the time. I was like, oh yeah. Nice.
But you learn.
I got the exposure the way I wanted to, even though I didn't know how.
Yeah, it's the photographer, not the brand.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, guys, I'm gonna be ending the video or ending this live stream again. But
I don't know if you guys have any last minute.
Yeah, if you guys have any last minute things you want to ask me, go ahead and do so now, because we are gonna end it. We're gonna be in Florida again, or we're gonna be in Florida next week. So Tuesday, we might not do a live stream, but I kind of do want to do one, even if it's like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. So we'll be in Florida. You can go ahead and hit us up.
Yeah, if you guys live in the area, I know a couple of friends that live in the Orlando-ish area, or not too far from there. So if that meetup that I wanted to do happens, then you guys can meet me there.
Yeah. So we have that for Florida, and then anything else?
If you guys are curious about the videos that I have to make,
message him.
Yeah, message me.
Where's the video about?
Yeah, I don't want to just kind of spoil it for everybody. But yeah,
that video you mentioned in that live stream, just tell him. Oh, 8600 Pro or 8400 Pro?
8600 Pro, because it has more power. Because they're basically the exact same light with just they're exactly the same light, but one has more power and costs a little bit more. So I go with I would go with the strobe that has more power.
Someone's getting it. Oh, Chris is getting a shoot-through umbrella. What size should he get? Should get the biggest size.
Not the biggest size. If you're shooting outdoors on a windy day, you definitely don't want to use like a 60-inch.
Unless you want to fly.
I would say 38-inch or 30 to 38-inch, somewhere in that range. I don't know what sizes shoot-through umbrellas come in, but if you go past 38, and if it's a windy day, then you might get, because that big size helps with softness of light. But at the same time, it'll help catch the wind.
So you're going to be like Mary Poppins.
Yeah, you're going to watch out.
Then at 8600 Pro it is, please make a video on your post-processing.
Actually, I am going to make a video on my editing one of my photos from this recent shoot that I did. The Jenny photo shoot that I posted, the video. The video with Jenny, that photo shoot, I'm going to make an editing video where I edit one of the photos from that shoot. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, because honestly, editing videos are really easy. I just record the screen, talk a little bit, and then post it.
Yeah, get a MagSphere. Do you have MagSphere?
Yeah, I was saying that I wanted to get the MagSphere for the photo shoot, for the photo that I wanted to take of my niece in Disney next week. So I'll probably borrow one from my friend Roland. Roland, if you're watching, let me borrow it. I sold it to you.
They said lots of love from India. When are we going to India?
I would want to go to India so bad. I have a lot of fans there, but
Yeah.
who knows when. All right, guys, take care.
Mag
If you guys, yeah, the mag sphere calls the mag boob. You guys have any other questions, and I didn't address them or answer them today, let me know either in the comment section below or on my social media, either Facebook or Instagram. Facebook.com/FJHphoto, Instagram.com/FJHphoto,
YouTube.com/FJHphoto.
I'm FJH Photo everywhere.
Yeah, Google FJH Photo.
All right. Bye, guys. I'll see you next week, maybe. Who knows. Okay. Bye, guys.